Hey guys!
Hey!
Welcome back to the channel. It's Delaney.
I'm Jet.
And today we're going to be testing out the new Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. Da 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 da! We're
It's
both
here.
very tired today.
Yes.
So just bear with us if we are just...
Our progression of waking up will happen.
I'm not even guaranteeing I'll wake up.
No. We're just gonna film and...
Yep. So today we're going to do a whole face of Urban Decay products. But I got the shade 11 in for neutral because the pink was not light enough. So this is the first time I'm going to be doing like a full face of a neutral foundation. Normally I get pink undertones, so that'll be thin.
I got 81 WY. I was like, what is that letter? And it's for warm yellow. So it's also in the deep intensity shades. That's interesting. Like, I like the info that they're giving right off the bat with their shade names.
I love the way that they set up the shade ranges as far as like the letters and the numbers. However, neither of us picked up concealers because the two lightest shades, one was the same color as my foundation, and one was darker than foundations.
Yep.
So
and I just couldn't find one that would look right with a foundation.
I had never felt so attacked in the 25 shade range in concealers. It was so weird. Even like I wear the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation in the shade 2.0, which even sometimes is like too dark for me, but I can lighten it up with another product or whatever. But even finding a shade for this, it was really hard for me to just finally pick one and like, I'm glad.
Like, all right, I can leave the store.
Right. I sat there for like a good 10 minutes, which is like 3 times as long as it normally takes.
Yeah,
find a shade.
I was just putting all colors on my face, and I was like, I don't even know what they are anymore. I should have wrote it down.
Oh my god, that's always your problem when you go swatch.
It really is. It really is.
Especially if it's lipsticks and they're all like pink or something.
Oh,
You're
god.
like,
I'm like, which one was it again? Yeah. So here's the packaging. It looks really nice, and it is a pump, so that is handy dandy.
I kind of miss that they took away the packaging of the Urban Decay All Nighter.
This one doesn't come up right when you pump.
Yeah, no.
No.
Which I mean, I like the shape of the packaging. I think it looks really sleek and like pricey and expensive, but
Hard plastic.
how am I gonna get that out? I'm gonna be really mad.
You have to pop this top thing off eventually.
Let's hope it's good enough that I need to get to the bottom.
Right. So this was $39 for 1 fluid ounce of product, and you get those 50 shades in here, vegan, cruelty-free.
Medium coverage, it says, which I'm used to full coverage.
And a matte finish, which is what we think we just read.
Yeah, it's matte finish. We've both been good and not actually used it outside of filming, which normally I'm like the biggest rule breaker when it comes to that. So
I should probably go grab all my Urban Decay items.
alright, now that Chip has acquired all the Urban Decay she still owns, which is
actually not as much as we thought. More lippies than anything else in the world.
guess you gotta do full face lip.
Alright. I don't know if it's eye safe.
I'm not gonna prime my face because I want to see how the finish is with this with the medium coverage, so I'm just gonna put out poops.
I'm gonna use the Smashbox Fun Finish Primer.
This is so bright.
Yeah.
It has like a interesting smell.
Oh. Smell is...
It's like apricot-y, right? It's not like a chemical-y smell.
Oh, dang it. Did I get the wrong color?
Chip.
I literally was in the store for so long.
Never letting you buy foundation. Stop.
Like, I think I'm just used to like maybe a lighter finish or lighter color, but I can make this.
I definitely feel the neutral. I could see like on the redder parts of my face that this is not like the most full coverage, but I mean like it doesn't claim to be full coverage, it claims to be medium. But I think the color matches are right. I definitely don't feel as pink as I normally do because this is neutral. But this would be a good mixing foundation because it is so liquidy. I feel like you could build it up if you wanted to be just a slightly bit more cakey because this is so wet that like you'd really have to like put it on to really build.
It was between this one and 80 CG, which was a cool green. Yeah. Like I was like, oh, okay. So what I did after hundreds of swatches, and I was like, I seriously cannot find. Well, I can't think of like which one would be my best shade. I went to Sephora. On Sephora's website for the Stay Nakeds, you can put in whatever foundation you're currently using and that shade, and it will match you to
the closest.
The closest they have in this brand online. So that's what I did. So I did the Beauty Blender one. Now Beauty Blender right now is too light for me, so I went one shade darker in the Beauty Blender one, and this is what it was.
There's your mistake right there. historically Urban Decay is always slightly darker than what your average shade is. Just because I experienced that with the shade 2.0 when I first started wearing Urban Decay. I was like, okay, I'm gonna be 2.5. No, I had to go down.
The good thing is we'll just go return you for the lighter shade concealer, which is a Shape Tape, not the Urban Decay. At Ulta, they have testers of the Shape Tape. So I swatched a Shape Tape looking for a similar color in the Urban Decay. No. So if you use Deep in Tarte Shape Tape, there is not a similar color in the Urban Decay Stay Naked concealers when I swatched it. They're so different.
I mean, I don't hate this. We'll see how it wears.
Yeah.
It feels fine right now. I feel very neutral though on the face, so like I need to get it together. But $39, yeah.
Okay.
So I have one of the really old Weightless Complete Coverage Naked Skins concealer, and this is in fair neutral, so even more neutral on my face. But I've had this one for a second.
Set all this with my LUMBRE. Looks like the concealer blended out really nicely, so no problems there.
You don't look as dark now.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna use the Naked Heat.
And so for cream contour and powder contours, I'm going to be using the Naked Skin Shapeshifter, and this is in the light medium shift. I like the powders in this because it has that more cooler tone, taupey brown, and that's the one I'm normally using. I don't really use this one so much, maybe if I was bronzing. And then it has a little highlight in there, but I like the design. It has the cream on the other side, so we'll be using that for like blush and bring some warmth to the face.
So I'm just using the brush, the double-ended brush that it came with. I'm going in with Ashes, and I'm just trying to like do a smoky tail look here, pulling it out a little further.
Okay, I'm gonna try to use this cream blush.
And I'm gonna go with the shade Scorched. Just blending Scorched into Ashes. And I just flipped over the brush and I'm using more of the blending packing side.
There is like a little light cream in here, so I'm just gonna put that at the very top of this blush to have that little base. I guess I'm gonna try to use this light powder in here because we don't really need a whole lot, but this is just for the fall of the eyeshadow because I know it'll be there. How long has it been since you've really been using Urban Decay?
Oh, sometime. I did one video with the Spectrum palette on my channel and I was like, oh my god, I missed you so much. Now for brows, I'm going to go in with my ColourPop. This is the Brow Boss pencil in Soft Black.
Just dipping into that lighter contour shade now to finish off the face powders. Just taking a little bit of the highlighter shade and just popping it on the cheekbone. This is a good travel palette. I had brought a brow gel. This is the only thing from like Urban Decay for brows that I have, but I brought my ColourPop in case I don't really like the way my brows look. So this is just a brow tamer.
Plan B.
Yeah. Well, because I normally like to sculpt the tail at least, and you know, like can't do that with a brow gel. You want a nice light brow? This is a good way to get the light brow.
The lightest.
I'm gonna use ColourPop Taupe.
Then I'm gonna go in with Lumbre. Let us know down below what Urban Decay palettes you have in your collection. What do you want to try? What do you like? This is amazing. This wasn't so
Let us know if you picked up the foundation, what your thoughts are.
Then I'm going in with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Stag, and I'm just going to put that on my waterline. And then I'm going to do the Urban Decay. This is the Razor Sharp Longwear Liquid Liner in Fireball.
I just feel like with Urban Decay's releases, like I'm never really excited about them anymore. Like when I first started getting into makeup, Urban Decay was like my jam, Miss Ma'am. Yeah. Like I love their eyeshadows, like their Moon Dust palette and those formulas, so good. And I have plenty of the naked lines for eyeshadow and stuff, but it's like these days I'm just like, I don't need that Game of Thrones palette.
I think they've lost a little bit of their
Sometimes I just forget who Urban Decay is because like it's severe artistry and like crazy lip colors, and then they're like beige, beige on some beige. Then I have this Naked Illuminated. This is in the shade Aura, and it's just like a nice, like I would say like a rose gold, like glittery highlight, and I really like to use it when I'm gonna be out in the sun because it just catches the light. Urban Decay eyeshadow primer push.
And let me just tart up my lashes.
Okay, I'm gonna use the Naked Smoke because this was my first ever and my best ever.
Aww.
Look at her, barely used. Love. So we're gonna use Armor in the crease, and that is like a gunmetal with glitter in it. We're gonna use the Morphe Emma 330. I'm just kind of like barely go in there because this is a pretty pigmented shade from what I can remember. So we just want a little bit of like smoke. Just a slight
Not bringing
smoke.
the fire, we just want some smoke.
You got the fire.
Yeah.
You got the heat, girl. But this palette remains to this day still super pigmented and
Love that.
no complaints.
Love that. So I don't really contour, but when I do, I use the Urban Decay. This is the Naked Skin Ultra Definition Powder Foundation in Deep Neutral.
So we're gonna contour today.
Yeah, because I was like, well, this is the only
Deep
other Urban
face.
Decay.
For Pro 14. Gonna put Password onto the inner corner of the lid, and that is like a matte brownie gray.
And then I'm just gonna go over my face with the Morphe filter and number 13.
I feel like where I have the foundation on my lids, it's very drying. Like they feel very dry and crusty. Even putting down the primer potion.
And I'm gonna go in with Chaser, and I want to add that under my brow.
Black Market, which is a black. It's like a shimmer. It's not a matte. Same brush. We're just gonna barely put that on the outer corner and blend Password into it. This is going to be the Emma 169 from Morphe, and we're gonna go in with Dagger, which is like a cool gunmetal matte shimmer.
It's gonna highlight with Jeffree Star. I really like the way this is sitting on the foundation now. That's like really pretty.
Yes, that is very blended. Oh my god.
Nice. Let's see, so the Heat released with, I don't know if it was 2 or 3 lipsticks, but I've got Heat, which is a metallized lipstick, and then I've got Fuel, which is a cream. What do we decide lipsticks in this room?
I'm gonna use a little bit of the Slide On Glide On liner 24 hours through 24/7, and this is in Perversion.
So this lipstick, I like the finish, but you can definitely feel the glitter pieces in here.
Urban Decay Perversion Mascara. God, I feel like I'm back in high school again. Like, this is the eye look I made every day.
Well, be cute.
I know. It's a good look. Didn't have this palette, but it's a good look. Had a little CoverGirl quad.
I was like, back in high school, I was not allowed to wear makeup unless it was when I was doing drill team. So that was always standard blue lid, red lip. Because those were our colors, and for some reason we all thought that would be amazing.
So I'm also going to use a lip from Urban Decay. This is in Heroin. It's a comfort matte. And it's like a nice blue.
From far away, I look filtered AF. But close up, nah, bro. Oh, it's flammable until dry.
You put that heat on your face? Woo.
Do not use near
mistakes.
fire, flame, or open heat.
Yep.
Fire and ice again.
I know. How weird are we? That's just what we do.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we should change it from sugar and spice to
Fire and ice.
Yeah. We'll just move some letters around.
Yeah. What do you think about foundation?
Thoughts. I feel like my forehead, like I said before, is like super dry, but it could just be the powder I use. I use different like face products today, but the rest of the face, besides like around the mouth, are kind of creasy, but I think I was able to get a full coverage out of this, so maybe if I just don't layer up as much, but I didn't feel like I was really like layering up excessively. I felt like I put the same amount that I do with anything else.
Right.
I think it's just a difference of formulas. I don't know if I'd mix this with something or not. I'm going to try it a few more times with like a more freshly hydrated face. I think that honestly, to have a more moisturized face underneath would probably be a little bit better where the areas are drier. But I'm not sure about right here because like I can already see crease lines. 24-hour wear. We'll see.
Yeah.
We're going to do some close-ups here real quick.
See all the pores.
See all the pores and the textures.
So textured. Yay.
guys enjoyed this video, please follow us on all of our social media. It's all sugarandspice_makeup. But we'll see you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye!